Hey guys, I'm James.
And I'm Nicole.
And happy holidays from Mostly Speakin' Sentai. And you guys know what you was about to hear. Actually, you don't, because this isn't Mostly Speakin' Sentai. It's a free feed episode of Engaged with Nicolas Cage. Nicole, explain the show in 5 sentences or less.
Ooh, we watch a Nicolas Cage movie and then we talk about it, baby.
It's the only podcast where we put the timer away so we don't know how long we have played. We fully explain or talk about in goofy tangents an entire, Nicolas Cage movie, not an Engaged with Nicolas Cage. But right now, you are about to hear, because of the holidays, I want to take some time off. You are about to hear episode 8 for Moonstruck, a great movie starring
Nicolas Cage and Cher.
Ooh, it's a good one. So lock in. And if you would like to hear more, please go over to patreon.com/MLM pod. You'll sign up. There's, at the time of this, just about 11 episodes of Engage with Nicolas Cage and a bunch of talking about Beyblade, the Toku Reading Corner, and the Podcast That Be. You're going to have a great time. That's $5 a month. If you can manage that, great. If you want to do $1 a month, that's great. That gets you access to music from our shows. That's a pretty cool thing to have. But without further ado, I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
And you're about to hear Engaged with Nicolas Cage.
You know he's not married to that script.
Cheer.
Today, we watched Moonstruck. Release date, December 18th, 1987. Starring Cher, Danny Aiello, and your boy, Nicolas Cage. It has the same opening weekend as Overboard and a movie called Batteries Not Included. Opening weekend, it made $127,000. Gross domestic was $80.6 million with a budget of about $15 million. The audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is 81%, which I believe is the highest it's been so far. I could be wrong. Reviews. Sci-Fi Wasabi gives this movie 5 stars, saying, "You cannot go wrong with purchasing this film. Cher is spectacular and Nick Cage is fantastic. A wonderful allegory mix on life, finding love, and some retro comedy. Perfect cast, perfect film, perfect price." Laura gives it 1 star, saying, "I didn't order this movie." And underneath it said, "verified customer." Mark 33 gave it 2 stars, saying, "makes me want to vomit in my mouth, gargle with it, and spit it on the ceiling." For some reason gave it 2 stars, not 1. Absolute nonsense. It's what this person's rating system is.
It's the principle of the matter. It didn't make him want to kill himself.
Right.
Just vomit in his mouth, gargle, then deface his own property.
Yeah. Okay, so Moonstruck is a rom-com taking place in 1980s New York, with the main character Loretta being unlucky in love and about to get married a second time to someone she doesn't really care for until she falls for his brother. And she's Italian. That's pretty much it for the summary. And I wrote that before watching this movie, and I'd say that's still super accurate.
I can sum this movie up real quick.
Originally titled The Bride and the Wolf, but it sounded too much like a horror movie, so they changed it. Which, yeah, terrible title for this movie. Moonstruck is fucking perfect. So this is actually a thing James sent me. So Nicolas Cage said he wanted to speak like Jean Marais in Beauty and the Beast, which I never ended up looking up. I wish I would have done that. He had that accent and his voice was very gravelly. I thought of my character in Moonstruck like a wolf who spoke with a growl, Cage said. And so I was talking like that in the movie, and I got a call from the director, and he said, Nicolas, the dailies aren't working. And I started hearing names of other actors, and I thought I was going to get fired. I had to quickly drop the Jean Marais. He said that he really wanted... Okay, so that was the end of that quote. Him just trying to add some like crazy fucking thing into this character. I guess it's not that crazy, but it kind of is.
Yeah, hey, they talk about how he is a wolf, but he's not a
they
literal
don't mean it
wolf.
Literally. Like, any other person wouldn't have thought that. Okay, and then at the time, he said that he wanted to do punk and indie movies, but his agent or manager insisted on doing Moonstruck, which is why the next movie is what it is.
I can't wait.
And with that, let's start the pod.
Hi, I need a refill of this. I don't have a prescription.
Sir, please wait your turn.
Hey, buddy, ever heard of a line? Hey, have you ever been dragged to the sidewalk and beat until you...
This old woman's gonna run out of air, and you're gonna have a tough time convincing people that it wasn't you. Elijah for enjoying his whiskey.
Hey guys, it's me, Nicole Jakey.
And hey, I'm Jampy McCollum.
And we're engaged with Nicolas Cage. Because you know he's not married to that script.
Oh, but
I forgot to do that the last couple episodes.
No, I feel like you've been doing it somewhere within the show.
I don't know.
But to tag with the theming of today's movie, as well as the Jake and Amir joke of like, hey, I'm married to the script, but I'm willing to cheat. Yeah. That's what the moral of this movie, guys, is.
Yeah.
Hey, cheat, because everything will work out. That is literally what happens in this movie.
Yeah, I feel like that's what some people said in reviews. They were like, not a great message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone cheats. But the wife sort of kind of does in like a slightly romantic sense, but she doesn't. But some might say like, oh, she's out there holding another man's hand. But everyone else, and it all works out. She
thought about it.
It all works out. There is no repercussion to any of this cheating that's going on. No one gets sad about it. No one gets...
The mom definitely does.
I mean, but it's instantaneous once he's like, I'll stop, and then she's good with it.
Yeah.
Guys, don't cheat.
Because that's how mature people deal with it.
No. Mature people deal with making the relationship something you want to stay in or ending the relationship before going to another.
Yeah.
That's amore.
Yeah.
But Nicole, what's
up?
Anything you want to talk about up front? I don't really have anything to talk about today.
I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of things to talk about, but I also don't. So I don't know about like personal life stuff, I guess. I don't nothing like immediately comes to mind.
Because remember, this is behind the paywall. Maybe you have some.
This is BTS.
Yeah, maybe this is something you wouldn't talk about on Mostly Speaking Sentai.
Whoa.
But you would talk about here.
Okay. Ooh, I want to quit my job.
Oh.
I feel like that's pretty obvious to anyone who follows our shit. I guess.
Next Thursday, we get a notification that your boss is a patron, and you're like, James, you need to edit that out.
Like the owner of the store?
Yeah, and any of the bosses.
I don't care.
I care. That's a new patron.
But I don't know. It's fine, I guess. I don't know. Everything right now is just so fucked up. Like, so it's hard to make that decision when it's like nice to have that money for a pretty like chill job for the most part.
Except it gets your blood boiling.
Yeah,
Ow.
there's just a lot of bullshit, and I don't know. But I guess because I'm only working there twice a week now, because it's when the shop is appointment only days. So it's like tolerable now since I'm not there all the time. But like I also feel bad because then my coworker or whatever have to like work more. But
I'll get a job there.
But at the same time, like, I don't think that's fair on me because it's also like not my fault. Like we should absolutely have more than 3 people staffed at this fucking shop.
Yeah,
like that's insane.
One person recently quit, right?
Yeah.
And they just grabbed the stock, right? Do they not do that anymore?
Yeah, he just goes to the warehouse and picks the shit up.
Okay.
He doesn't actually work there.
That is bonkers.
But I'm not counting him in the staff.
That your store doesn't have a backup plan.
Nope.
That if, oh, wow.
It's very, like, me and another coworker just, like, talked about it in depth of, like, yeah, it's just extremely poor management.
What they should do is, if they ever need to do this, you should tell them you can get a U-Haul van for like $25 for an hour.
Yeah, see, but that's the thing is they don't fucking listen to me.
Oh, yeah.
So, because I'm like, I don't know why. Because I'm young, because I'm a woman, both, I don't know. They do not fucking listen to me.
You are a young woman.
Does sometimes you can beep that name out? I don't know. Yeah, you should. Because I'm like trying to be vague, but you know, when I like get into it, I just like whatever. Does sometimes, but like the boss just doesn't at all. Is even when he's like, hey, you need to show me how I can do this thing better so that we can like speed this process up or whatever. So then I'll tell him things and then he just blatantly does not do them. And I'm like, then why even fucking ask me?
You know how when they do take your advice, it's as if it's months later and they say like, oh, we came up with this idea. What you need to do is write it on a note, then urinate on the note to claim it as yours.
Right.
And then no matter what, they'll be like, well, this was ours. And it's like, your stank don't smell like this, okay?
Yeah. And you'd think that like the owner of a comic book store would know how to read, but they clearly don't.
There's pictures.
Because we leave notes on, you have to leave notes on fucking everything. But the thing is that it's like if it's up for more than a week, then for some reason that note just no longer applies after a week. It's like, no, I still need you to not put shit here because I need this workspace.
Hey, I leave notes on
like,
the heart.
Fucking clean up after yourself. You're an adult man with children.
Like this.
James is trying to lighten the mood, like always.
Yeah. It's also like,
I don't know. You got me started. It's your fault.
Yeah, I mean, you could have. I don't know. I feel like
it's
yeah.
I don't know. But I don't feel like my blood's boiling or whatever. Like usually, it's just like old at this point.
I think it's because you went to decaf.
Ooh, no, I think it's because I've been doing Tai Bo, getting all my rage out by punching the air.
You've done Tai Bo like twice.
Yeah, I do it once a week.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Because I was going to be like, in the course of 2 weeks, you've done it twice.
Yeah,
but if that's your
once
plan,
a week.
Try doing it 9 times a week, all in one day.
Fuck no. Absolutely not.
Just go ham one day and then go back to sleep. Sleep for, oh my God. Guys, this is an update for me.
Okay, do it.
I slept for 11 hours
one
day. I did wake up in the middle and started my stream stuff, but
Oh, that's what you did? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I woke up to check on Frank and use the bathroom. But when I do that early, I'm like, oh, well, I can just quickly start these.
Yeah, I was surprised that Frank wasn't screaming at us.
No, he was.
Oh, okay.
Every single morning. But I will wake up and usher him out.
Well, that was my only where I was like, Frank must have not been a bitch this morning. And that's why James is still asleep.
No.
Oh, okay.
I usher him out and say, calm your tits. And then I go back into the room.
Yeah.
So it doesn't wake you up.
Yeah.
It being Frank screaming, not it being Frank. He's a boy and a man.
Yeah.
And he's going to be him and I are going to be wine betches.
Yeah.
That means like
watching this movie and seeing people drinking wine, James decided that they're going to be wine betches.
No, I said that this morning. Like
No,
before.
you-
Yes, I did. I was saying it to him. I was like, Frank, you and me are going to be wine betches.
Like before I woke up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Him and I talk.
Sure. Right. Like in your dreams too.
Yes,
So.
yes. I dream of Frank Frank is in most of my dreams. If he's not, it's concerning.
That's hilarious.
There was a dream that King Gordy knew us. King Gordy is a rapper, and he was like, oh, Frank, what's up? And like shaking Frank's paw.
What?
And and I love the dreams that like Frank and I are just like walking in a neighborhood together and like saying hey to people.
So weird.
There are a lot of dreams that you and I are broken up.
No.
And I'm sad, and it's just like me and Frank in a studio apartment together.
Oh, cute.
So at least I have him.
Yeah.
But I believe he still like goes to visit you here and there. But it's never because we hate each
Oh my
other.
God, does he have like a Vespa
No.
with like a little helmet? He's like got a scarf. Oh my God, that'd be so cute.
No, he has like crinkle legs. He can still walk places.
That's exactly why he would have one.
No, he's got to keep up his bone strength.
Oh my gosh.
Bones is weird.
Bones is weird.
Like, what are they made of?
Calcium.
But like, I mean, like, how are they made?
Adamantium.
Oh, nice. There was something. I speaking of bones, I almost I almost split my kneecap in half, and it was not
I came
good.
home from work and immediately you were like, Nicole, my kneecap almost exploded.
So before recording, talking about Beyblade, I shower because I know I'm going to be in a closet for 2 hours. And I want to feel refreshed, but I don't want that closet, which is attached to our swimming area, our
What?
shower bathroom. That's what it's called.
Swimming area.
Yeah, Frank swims in there when we tell him to.
He does not.
He's like, just treading water. I want to see if Frank can swim.
Poor Frank.
So I have a fan going there so it's not muggy and humid.
Yeah.
So I step over the box fan that is on the floor, and
Why
then
don't you just move it?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Maybe I was wet and I don't want to get electrocuted.
What?
The fan is
So
electric.
you step over it
Yeah.
like you're gonna drip on it.
Or maybe I was naked, and if you bring it up, it might thwink my deedle.
Well, you don't have to pick it up. I'm just saying move it.
Hey, yo, pick it. Well, even if I crouch down, I have such a swinging deedle.
Oh my God.
So it'll get thwinked. I'm kidding. It's not. It's an average size. Girthy, though.
Oh my God.
That of a dinosaur.
So I'm told.
One day that person will be on the show. He said he will come on. So
I had a friend that would like draw cartoon penises, but like dress them up as different things.
Who is this?
And it was so fucking funny. Like I should just ask them to do one of a penis as a dinosaur.
Okay. And then I'll call it Jampy.
No.
So I go over and like the side of the doorway, I just smack it, and it sounds like there is a crack. But I'm guessing it's just because I hit wood so hard and the wood cracked.
Yeah.
And I was like, just screaming in pain. Fuck. I was like, fuck. And then I sat down and I was like, okay, it looks good. But then I started bleeding, and your boy has a bad knee, and it's on my bad knee.
Like right after, I think like the day before, you were like, Nicole, what is this bruise from? And I was like, I don't know, maybe you just like do a thing that you don't realize you're doing and it gives you a bruise, and then I like come home and that happens.
Well, no, I was going to comment on this one too, because I haven't talked about this on a podcast. There is a bruise that I've had for the longest time, but it's not just like there's a bruise on this one that doesn't hurt though.
Yeah,
like it's just like kind of like looks like a banana.
It's from when you beefed it.
No, not that. But there's another one that I think maybe a tick bit me, and I'm gonna have Lyme disease.
Oh my God, it is not.
It probably isn't, because
where have you been where there are ticks?
Comic book store,
sir.
New York City.
Yeah.
Frank and I rolled around in the dirt a few days ago.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because ticks live in the dirt.
They do.
They don't.
Frank and I saw a deer run around the alley.
Right.
And
you rode it like a horse.
Nicole,
yeah, that would definitely explain it.
Do you remember when I saw that coyote and I was terrified as fuck? It was when I still worked at Vivid, and I worked nights, so I came home at like 12:45. I'm coming down, and the bakery across the street, right in front of that, I see a fucking coyote, and I'm like, oh my God, and I'm like, this thing is going to maul me. So I just had to stand still at the corner of the street where on an intersection of, and just wait it out. And luckily it went across and into that playground area. Good thing it wasn't a school day or children deaded. Yeah, that guy would have been shredding and yeeting children everywhere. You ever seen a dog rip apart a bunny rabbit? Just picture a bunny rabbit.
You ever seen a coyote shred on the guitar?
Oh, nice. But picture that bunny rabbit being a French student.
Okay.
They'd be saying, "Oi, mate, oi!" Oh, Nicole, you ever heard of expats? Yeah, people from England can move to France, and they're still French, okay?
Okay.
And they'll still be screaming, "Oi, mate!"
Okay.
While they're being flung around by a coyote.
It's still funny.
I like to see you learn a second language, and what would you dream in?
Probably English.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, while a coyote is mauling you to death, you'll probably be screaming in the language that you're dreaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen a coyote shred on a guitar.
Oi, mate is from...
What? I don't know what's so funny over there.
You're saying "oi, mate" is from a different language? It's not English?
No, it's not French. That's what I'm saying. A French kid could be screaming "oi, mate" if they are from England for most of their life. Then they get citizenship in France or maybe in Quebec, and they could still claim the motherland as their nationality. And still be screaming "oi, mate."
Yeah.
Well, a wild feral dog, canine, in the city, nonetheless, is using their teeth to strengthen their neck. Like, that's what coyotes are doing. They're not trying to kill the animal. They're like, oh man, I got to work out this kink, this clench in my neck, but I need weight to do it. Like, I could pump my arms like this. I'm not going to get stronger. No, I need some rabbits wiggling around trying to get free.
Yeah.
I need weight. Caught it. My pen.
Stupid.
But yeah, this ticks, that's where I got them from. I've seen a deer out in the open here too.
You remember those fucking photos of Steve and Craig petting a damn deer at their fucking cabin?
Oh my God. They sent me Beyblades.
Like they're fucking
This is where I got the tick from. I know.
person that talks to animals or something. Like they're a fucking dog whisperer, but to a deer.
I'm a puke whisperer, you know that. So Frank pukes a lot. However, I've started like, as he starts going like, I start rubbing his chest, patting his back, saying, it's okay, it's okay. And then he stops. He never pukes. And Nicole's just like, will look at him and be like, yeah, dude, let it out. And I'm like, no, what am I, Shrek over here? No, it's better inside than out, because I don't, when it's on the inside, I don't have to pick it up and try and make sure the like,
Ew, don't.
So
don't. I'm going to throw up.
Close your ears. Close your ears.
No, this is my podcast. I veto this train of thought.
Main pukies.
No, stop.
Egg whites. And I don't want that on my hand.
Stop.
Shrek can get bent. When are we going to get to the crudes, Nicole?
When are we going to get to your face?
No, right now. Come over here. Plant one on me.
Am I right?
Am I? Oh, yeah, we don't. I was going to look at the clock and I was like, oh, yeah, we can't see that.
I forgot about that. Thanks. Thanks, mister.
Oh.
Don't.
I'm trying to harden my nipple so
Don't.
I can cut glass.
What? What do you need to cut glass for?
I'm breaking into places, but I don't want to break anything. I cut glass. I do it real quick, and then I
but
reach
it also,
down.
like, you wet them. So they're like suction cups.
Oh, I was gonna say you have to be very quick at it. Yeah. Oh no! You do it like a when you open a can.
Yeah.
But you don't want to click it all the way so it drops down into your SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, but you can't bend glass.
No. Hold on. You do that. You rub your nipple. I'm doing a circular motion. You cut almost all of it, and then you go down. You suction cup it, and that suction cup will break that little tiny bit off, and then you can just put it in your pocket for later.
Right.
Or wrap it up and then crunch it.
Yeah.
And then reach on in to the other side.
Why do you have to crush it?
It's Jewish tradition.
Okay. And you're Jewish.
No.
Okay.
I just respect other traditions.
Okay.
God. If someone says like, oh, take your shoes off in my house, are you going to be like, no, I like tracking my muds everywhere.
Yeah. It's tradition.
Oh, that's your tradition? That's why your house had to be cleaned every week.
Yeah. Not because there were like 4 people living there and like 18 pets.
There was just 5 including a bird and a hermit crab. A hamster crab. Picture a hamster rolled up into a shell.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
And it peeks out and goes at just puffy cheeks because it has food in there.
Uh-huh.
And that's all it does.
Yeah. Does it still have like claws?
No. It's just a hamster rolled up. And you're like, what's it eating? But then when you pull it out, it's been eating its legs. Because it's been stuck in there. you
I
pick it
told
up.
you it was creepy.
And you pour out blood.
Oh my God.
And the hamster's like, white eyes, milky eyes.
No.
I want milky eyes. If I don't die a zombie, my life was worthless.
No.
Yes.
Speaking of dying, this movie we watched. I think that it's super fucking cheesy that it opens with that pizza pie song.
Yeah, and it closes with that too.
Yeah. I feel like closing with it is fine, but opening with it.
I think because closing songs are generally what gets the Oscar nom. Like that's for best song is what rolls at the credits.
Yeah.
This was just to bookend your movie with it. But I had the same exact thought, but this was 87.
Yeah.
I would like to know if this song was old hat or a trope yet, or if this kicked off like, oh, it's an Italian movie and it's about love. Let's do this.
But then again, it talks about the moon, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it kind of works. Yeah. So I rescind my application.
Can I say my thoughts on this, or should I save it for the end?
I don't fucking care today. Go for it, bitch.
The movie happened.
Sure.
I don't think it was Oscar worthy.
Sure.
Even like the acting choices just felt kind of playish, meaning like you're on the theater and you're playing to the back of the room.
Okay.
Like it exaggerated.
Yeah.
So this might be a bottom movie.
What?
Yeah.
Are you insane?
No. It was fine. It was a movie. Lighting was good. That's just what you say when you're like, yeah, lighting was good.
Wow.
The airplane was loud.
Yeah, airplanes are loud.
Oh, get that out of my ear, Fring.
I don't know. I guess I want to talk about it more before I say
Yeah.
this. But this movie had like so many quotable lines that were hilarious.
I got some.
Me too.
Let's go,
oh
Nicole.
my God. I guess I should start with the Nicolas Cage one, which was, bring me the big knife so I can kill myself in front of you. Which is fucking insane.
It's a move. It's a mood.
It's a mood for sure.
And this was our introduction scene to him.
Yeah, I was not expecting this insane monologue to be our introduction to his character.
Oh, yeah, and this is, I think, the first movie that is it with a quote from the theme song.
Yeah.
They took my hand.
They took my bride.
He's got a hand. He's got his bride. What's that got for me?
Yeah, that scene is just chef's kiss Nicolas Cage. Just a preview for what the next movie is going to be filled to the brim with.
I'm excited.
I am nervous. Like, what if it's not? No, it has to be. I'm like, what if it doesn't live up to my expectations? It's like, it's definitely going to.
I think I've already said this, but I wish Sean Marciniak could come over
oh my gosh,
for that episode because it would make it so much better. Like, it would be a bonkers episode.
Mm-hmm.
But let me get into my first note. We see Cher and Johnny. But you have Johnny and Ronnie, a.k.a. Ronald and Jonald.
Yeah.
And
Jonathan and Ronathan.
Yes. Johnny and Cher, they're at this fancy restaurant.
Her name is Loretta.
Cher. And there's this man who is recurring in this movie. And a woman that he's sitting with is like, you don't even get me. You suck. And then stands up, pours water on him, and he's like, oh, it's all good, guys. It's all good. Just, waiter, take care of this and bring me a glass of wine. He's a wine bitch. I'm kidding. He's just a bitch.
Yeah, that guy's just like a sad asshole.
Yeah. I'll get into a thing about him in just a sec. So Johnny laughs, he chuckles, and he says, a man who can't control his woman is funny to me. And the only reason
I can't remember what she said. I think she said it was sad or something.
Something like that.
Like, but yeah.
The only time it's funny when a man can't control his woman is if she's like attached to a kite and it's slapsticky. And he's like, I gotta bring you down. I gotta bring you down. And she's just thwipping everywhere.
Mm-hmm. That's not funny. No, that's scary.
No, but slapsticky.
Oh my gosh.
Or if she like,
or like you're playing a video game and your character is a woman and it's like glitching out.
yeah, and slapsticky.
Yeah.
Or if
Like
she's
in a funny way.
a werewolf and she's on a leash and she's like, and you're like, whoa, slow down. We're going to fall into the river.
Okay.
And you're going to stink real bad if we do.
Okay.
Because wet fur.
Okay.
What's one other thing, way if you can't control your woman, it's funny. I guess if she's like reading Gloria Steinem and it's like, you can't control your woman then. That's pretty funny. That's a feminist.
I don't know who that is.
She's a feminist writer, activist.
Cool.
From probably like second wave feminism.
Cool.
Yep. I took a women's study, of
Okay,
course.
that makes sense.
And then I believe Brett Gelman on Gelmania.
Yeah.
Because that's revolutionary as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
But third wave feminism, that's where it's at. That's when punk rock gets involved.
Yeah.
Deal with it, Nicole.
Fucking Kathleen Hanna.
I believe that's third wave feminism.
I don't know.
Wow. Get learned on your past, bro.
What?
I was about to say, probably a women for Trump over here.
Ew. I'm going to go get the pure alcohol in the medicine cabinet and
wash
pour
my
it in your
mouth
fucking
out.
mouth.
Someone posted that, like, it's a picture of like women our age, all of course blonde hair and white,
Sure.
with women for Trump signs.
Aryan.
Yes, and then it's a comic underneath it saying "slugs for salt, slugs for salt."
Yeah, he will sexually assault you if given the opportunity.
Or just rub salt on you.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
a 1-to-1 analogy.
But they would like, how would they spin that though?
What, getting salt rubbed on them?
Yeah.
They're like, it's for my margaritas, bitch.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
You put margarita salt on the top layer
Yeah.
of the brim.
Yeah, but if you're a slug, you're not going to eat salt.
Oh, I thought you were saying for the women because they're also getting rubbed salt on. It's 1-to-1, remember?
No, that doesn't.
Or they're like, it's good for the skin actually to bring the moisture out.
Right. So he's doing you a favor.
Yeah, so I can
actually.
be like a crusty bitch because that's what men love.
Yeah.
But how would the slugs spin it? Of like, hey, salt? I don't know.
No, I just mean like, so in my mind, like slugs are people.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump
Is salt.
is also a slug, but is like campaigning for salt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like he's pouring salt on people.
Oh.
And I'm saying like if
I'm lost.
I'm saying
I know.
okay, I guess boil it down to
Don't boil the slugs.
if the slugs supporting slug Trump were to, if like slug Trump poured salt on his slug
Constituents.
supporters, like how would they spin that?
They would say, of course, that the salt is American made.
Mm-hmm.
It's fueling jobs. Jobs are good.
Yeah.
And under his support, that like salt really doesn't affect. It affects virtually no one. He said it about coronavirus.
Yeah. And it's also not his fault. It's the Democrats that are pouring the salt on you.
Yes.
As he's actively doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
If I were a woman, I'd be a woman for Trump. I'm
Ew.
kidding.
Get
of course
the fuck
not.
out of my house.
Sorry. This isn't your house. It's property.
Sorry, this isn't a house.
Yeah. Home is where a house is, okay? So anything is a house.
Okay.
If it's your home, you can call it a house.
Yeah.
That's the fucking bourgeoisie telling you what is and isn't.
Uh-huh.
It's class warfare saying that
Yeah.
this can't be a home.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Get woke, bro.
Oh, holy shit. Nicole just grew 2 inches.
Uh-huh.
They're quick to get married. Okay, so Johnny goes across the pond to see his mom who is dying. And when he gets on the plane, Cher's looking at the plane, and there's this older woman just saying, "Oh, you got someone on that plane?" And she says, "Yeah, my fiance."
That's funny.
She's like, "Well, I cursed that plane because my sister's on it. She stole my man from me, and 50 years later, she says she did it just to prove she was stronger than I was. So I cursed that plane." I would have cursing a plane is the bomb equivalent to pre 9/11. to scream curse in an airplane or an airport, even an airplane as well, is enough to warrant you to get jumped and thrown in a not CTA.
You're saying post 9/11?
No, pre 9/11.
I don't. What?
Okay, so if you scream bomb
Yeah.
or talk about bombs on an airplane, an air marshal will be on that ass real quick.
Yeah.
Like slugs on salt.
Yeah.
So yelling curse, like I curse that plane. I don't care if you're superstitious or not. I don't want to be involved in that shit.
gosh.
Because if all of a sudden we get Final Destination, I'm going to be real pissed.
I thought so, but that also leads to one of the like funny quotes is then Loretta says, "I don't believe in curses," and then the old lady says, "Yeah, me neither." And I was like, "What?"
Also, screaming about bad luck is the same as believing in curses.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Because she's like, "Oh, I have bad luck because my first marriage failed terribly. He got hit by a bus.
Yeah,
Died instantaneously.
yeah.
That's how I want to go out. Instantaneous."
I mean, they didn't say that, but
No, yeah, she said it was
Oh.
instantaneous.
Zowie.
Sowie. Sowie chowie.
When they're at the restaurant, she says, "You never get dessert," and he says, "Never's a long time." And I'm like, that's not that doesn't make any sense.
I thought it was a turn of phrase good.
Okay. And you're the one to know because you're very eloquent.
Yes, especially with word. All movies should be edited or sped up to
Yeah.
88 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's like, oh my God, it's 1.4 speed. Get it to 88.
I don't know. I feel like, see, you say movies are long, but I think they're short. Just because it feels like a lot of shows now, like episodes are an hour long, no commercials.
Yes, because if you watch things on Netflix or Hulu, they don't have a
Yeah.
constraint behind it.
So compared to this movie, it's really not like that's not even a full 2 episodes of a show.
What, 88 minutes?
Yes,
88 minutes, I think, is also a Nic Cage movie.
maybe.
I might be getting Gone in 60 Seconds and 8mm mashed up
I
together.
don't fucking know.
Gone in 88mm.
Gone and fucked your mom.
What?
I don't know it.
I've gone and fucked your
rhymed.
mom, okay? Children, I would like to announce I have gone and fucked your mom.
Rhymed. Okay.
Wait, it rhymed with what?
Gone and mom.
Gone and mom do not go on my they do not rhyme.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe if you said I've gone mom, like or gone and mom, that's
Yeah.
how Mom?
Yeah.
No, it's mom.
Yeah.
I have never heard you say mom.
Yeah.
Mom.
Mommy.
Mommy, I'm Stewie Griffin. Mommy, that's just nasty.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm Brian the dog. Wait, is his name Brian? Yeah, Brian. It's Brian Griffin, but when you say, I'm Brian the dog. Peter, I love it when you fight with that chicken. It gets my snatch wet,
Ew,
Peter.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
What's wrong with that show? That's what you should be asking.
So I was like, I can't believe she doesn't know that he has a brother even though they're engaged. But I guess like a lot of people get engaged early on in their relationship.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Or maybe family listen to the end of this series.
I mean, even if we got engaged now, it would still be considered not early.
I'm about to have the 7-year itch. Oh.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, the 7-year itch.
Oh, okay.
There's a movie called it too. It's a thing.
Oh, okay.
Nicole's, she never thought she'd live to 7 years old.
What?
I don't know. You grew up in a broken home, so you thought life couldn't outlast a marriage. Because marriage is supposed to be forever. But then mommy and daddy...
Marriage is a gift.
A gift from above, Mom. Gone and fucked your mom. If we named episodes, that's what this would be named.
Ooh. So he engages her and then has to fly to Sicily, I think.
Yes.
To visit his dying mother.
Mom.
Who he's like, she's gonna die in a week or something, and then they're gonna get married.
2 weeks tops. But
you have to invite my brother to the wedding. So she calls his brother, but he's like, fuck no, hangs up. And then, so she goes to the bakery that he works at, which I read, like, that's a real bakery. And then, like, after that movie came out, became, like, super popular because of that.
I bet they'd sell ciabatta shaped as Oscars.
Doubt it. And that's when he has the monologue.
Yeah.
And so apparently, like, he was gonna be married or something, and then, like, cut his hand.
Yeah.
In a slicer. Because he wasn't looking. So now he's got a wood fingers on his hand. And was pissed about it for 5 years, so that's why they didn't talk. And I was like, why the fuck would you ask your fiance to do that?
Maybe to he would kill me. He's not going to kill a stranger. He will beat me.
Yeah, I don't know.
He will not beat this stranger. Beat her pussy up, though.
But it's, like, insane because Ronnie blames Johnny for cutting his own hand, like, as if it was purposeful, even though it wasn't.
Oh, my God. I should check my brother's hand. Maybe that's why he didn't talk to me for 5 years.
Whoa.
I see him. He has a wooden hand. I'm like, oh, fuck.
And he goes, I lost my hand. I lost my band. Blah, 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 blah.
No, he'll probably just say, oh, I was playing Pokemon the entire time.
I got so many freaking paper cuts.
What?
That's how he lost his hand.
Oh, Pokemon cards. Okay. I meant Pokemon, the video game.
Oh.
But he does both, so.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he's like, I'm going to kill myself in front of you so that you can tell my brother on his wedding day, which is fucking insane.
Also, if someone, regardless of the relation, cuts their neck in front of you, you're going to tell your spouse as soon as you can talk to them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, if all of a sudden Nicole would know something is up if I was not going to talk about it.
Yeah. And then, like, this person that works at the bakery was like, he has a tortured, what did she say? A tortured soul. That's why I can never be with him, because he will never be with another woman or whatever. Because that's what he says, that it's like his fault. But then Loretta, they go back to his apartment and Loretta's like, you're full of fucking shit. You're just scared of getting hurt again. And then they fuck.
Yeah, she...
And I was like, damn, that was fast.
He
Oh, yeah, that was...
hits the table over and then picks her up and then makes out with her. And she's like, oh, what are we doing? And then he's like, then she kisses him again.
He picks her up.
Well, yeah, I'm getting to that.
And goes, son of a bitch.
And then she goes, where are you taking me? And then there's a small beat and he goes, my bed.
To the bed. I was like, oh my God. Wolf voice.
One quick thing. His chest needs a hairnet.
Yeah.
If he's just going to be in a tank top cooking bread, it's so full, his chest hair.
Yeah.
It's like someone's beard.
Yeah.
He needs one.
Okay, he said that he didn't want to do this part, but I feel like it's like the perfect part for him.
Yeah, and a makeout with Cher, who wouldn't want to do that? She's an icon.
True.
Just like who wouldn't want to make out with Elton John on screen?
Yeah.
He's an icon.
Like, who wouldn't want to be wifed by Lorde?
She's an icon. TC and I, we've been called icons.
Yeah.
In a 5-star review on What the Hell Mouth.
God.
Also, the moral of this, and to so many movies and just culture at large during this time, and even today with some people, is, hey, men cheat. It's what they do. Mm-hmm. But women, if they cheat, hey, they're bitches and sluts.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up on both ends.
Yeah.
Just don't cheat. I said it up front. I'll say it again. This is my That's Amore.
Yeah.
I'm bookending.
Yeah, I knew someone who was engaged and cheated and then still got married, and I was like, what the fuck?
Whoa, do I know this person?
Not really.
Okay. I've never smoked a bowl with this person.
No.
Okay.
You've never smoked a bowl with anyone. That's not true. I did it when I was 12.
Yeah. And when I was probably 14.
So yeah, the dad is cheating on the mommy, and the daddy and the mommy. No, Loretta's dad is cheating on her mom.
His wife.
So we find that out. So I don't know where I was going with that.
There's a bunch of cheating. That's where you're going with.
Yeah.
And then eventually, Nic Cage says, hey, if you take me to the Met, or if I take you to the Met, my two loves, opera and you, I'll be able to die happy. I won't need any more. But of course, he does. Spoiler alert.
And she's like, okay, I'll go, but only if you promise to never, see me again.
So she gets done up. She gets her hair.
She goes to the salon. She gets her nails done. She goes shopping.
She gets a fuck me dress.
Fuck yeah. But then, daddy there.
That's what I was going to say too.
We're the same person.
Daddy didn't done fuck your mom.
So they run into each other with the people that they're cheating with, and then they're like, I didn't see you if you didn't see me, bitch.
Which, this thing, she could have just said, I'm trying to make amends for Johnny with his brother. This is my future brother-in-law. If you are with your brother-in-law, that shouldn't be suspect. even if you are, like, no one's going to be like, oh, you're cheating. That's if all of a sudden.
Yeah, but I feel like it was so out of the blue. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't expect to see him, and she was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, I would have just been like, yeah, it's my brother-in-law.
But
if
also, like, maybe she just doesn't lie about shit.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Especially because they seem to be very religious.
Could be. But hey, you just got to go to confessional, repent, you're good in the Lord's eyes.
Yeah.
So if someone saw me with Josh out and about, people wouldn't be like, oh, they're fucking.
That's different. If you take someone to the fucking opera.
I'll take Josh to the opera, why not?
And you're dressed to the fucking nines.
Oh, he better be. I'm taking him to the fucking opera. He shows up in board shorts and flip-flops.
You would be like, what's going on there?
If he showed up like that, I would be like, what's going on here?
Like, if I did that with your brother, you wouldn't be like, that's weird.
If both of you guys were very into opera, I am not. So let's say, what's a band you're really into that I'm not? Let's say you love...
all of them.
No, what?
I'm just kidding.
Let's say...
My Chemical Romance.
Yes,
Sure.
He is and you are. If you guys were like, oh, we're going to get dressed up because it's a night out, I'd be like, yeah, go.
Yeah, but what if we didn't tell you?
Okay, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I'm saying is to defend the
Actually,
defense...
it wouldn't be if you think it's weird. It'd be if my dad thought it was weird. If my dad was there.
Well, yeah, I mean, he probably would be. And he'd be like, oh, Nicole, I didn't know you'd be here.
Yeah.
As he's scrolling through your Insta feed.
Yeah.
Knowing exactly where you are.
But I guess in this case, technically, it'd be Pa would be there.
Yeah. Whoa. Brian's down with MCR?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
he fucking loves that shit.
But all I'm saying is, she could have said to the dad what was just this, hey, she could omit the truth. It's not lying, just saying, like, this is the brother. Johnny asked me to make amends to heal this relationship in time for the wedding.
By going to an opera.
If the guy said, like, hey, I have these tickets, maybe, oh, we hit it off and he wants to know more about Johnny, and she's like, oh, well, let's hang out tonight, and he's like, well, I have tickets to the opera. What, you want to go to the opera? And then it's like, yeah, let's go to the opera. Have a nice outing. It's good.
No.
Hey, I guess it's not like going to a comedy club.
Yeah.
But hey, if you go see Nicole Byer, afterwards, there's going to be some fucking happening. Because it's so romantic, Nicole Byer's comedy. But during this, they leave, and they're looking at this painting, and Nic Cage is explaining this artist and all of this, and Loretta Cher says something along the lines of, like, it looks absurd or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And this is now the greatest defense. If anyone's ever says something negative towards my music of, like, you were kind of, like, iffy right here, or this, that, just say, even to someone that you really like, an artist, and someone talks shit about them and say, like, oh, Front Bottoms, that guy doesn't sing that well. Just say, they're having fun. They're just having some fun. Use that, guys. Someone says, I don't know, the Blue Collar Comedy Tour isn't up to your par. They're just having some fun. Tater salad.
Tater salad.
Here's your sign.
Yeah.
Covered in moles. That's
what?
Instead of get her done, I went with covered in moles for Larry the Cable Guy.
Okay, cool.
All right, see you guys later.
So they're all at the opera, and it's sort of like also intercut with the mom wife going to that restaurant from the beginning and eating by herself, and the asshole dude is there, and he has a different young lady with him, and she throws water in his face because he's a fucking asshole. And then for some reason she invites him to her table. I don't know.
Sometimes you just want company.
I guess. I also, I feel like that's an old person thing to do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then he starts explaining like, oh, I go with these young women because, oh, I'm a professor and I used to love these math shits that I'm talking about, but I don't have that gleam in my eye anymore. I don't have the same enthusiasm about it. But when I see a young, beautiful girl out in my classroom,
audience.
yes, and I see that glimmer, I see myself in her, and then later tonight I want to see myself in her.
No.
You cannot humanize this person because he is a teacher having relationships with his students.
It is humanizing.
I mean, you can't make me sympathize with him.
Yeah. No, he's an asshole, and like clearly sort of knows it,
Yeah.
but just like still is an asshole. I don't know. But like, it's also just like, he's so fucking, because also like after she throws water on him, he's like, oh, she's crazy. And it's like, fuck off.
Oh,
it's because you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, and he's doing that as just a defense mechanism so people don't think he's the asshole.
Yeah.
Which makes him more of the asshole because he knows what is going wrong, but he's not willing to do the work to break the pattern and have a happier life.
Yeah, and I think he says like he's a sad sack or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I feel like you didn't maybe explain it quite as like he doesn't see himself like he does see himself in their eyes, but says it more in a way of like they see him the way that he wishes he saw himself.
Oh, yeah.
Or like the person that he wishes he was.
Or used to be.
But then like once they date him, they find out that he's not that person. Which is like, no, you can be that person. Just don't be a fucking asshole.
And it's not like people will say like, well, you're not supposed to change for others. If you want to change and you see yourself as the bad person, yes, that's you. You're not changing for others. You're changing for yourself.
Yeah.
Like I used to just like swing a chain around.
Sure.
But then I knew that like, I'm hitting people on accident. But eventually it is my fault. It's not like, oh, they walked into this chain. No. I'm just whipping it around.
Yeah.
Just like a coyote does to work his neck out.
Yeah.
But I'm working my aggression and my body image issues. If I'm the chain guy, I can't be the fat guy.
I'm sorry. I'm totally just like zoning out because this bit is, I can't with this bit.
Someone draw fan art of me swinging a chain around.
Cool. Can I stop? I'm talking now.
Hey, when a guy knows that you love him, he'll use it against you and he'll drive you crazy.
It's true.
It is. That's a quote from the movie, somewhat. I paraphrased.
I've experienced it.
That drives you crazy.
Yeah.
Poking you while you sleep. That's Frank, though. But he knows he knows you love him.
Yeah.
So he motorboats you.
What the fuck?
That's the thing. He does that. That's what he calls when he puts his nose up and he goes.
No, that's him blowing his nose in my blanket.
No, it's also motorboating in your blanket.
Do not call it that.
He motorboats your blanket.
No. What I was trying to say.
Yes, say it. No one's stopping you.
I don't know, no. Fuck you. It's just like, so this guy is an asshole because like he hates his life and I don't know, he's an asshole and he knows he's an asshole. So he just like, so when he like gets water splashed in his face, he's like, I deserve it. It's almost like masochism.
Yeah.
Like he's just depressed and that's his way of dealing with it, is just like being a dick to other people, or like hates his life, and instead of trying to like be better and like do better himself, he just like fucking wallows in it.
Probably is gonna.
And his excuse is, I don't know what his excuse is.
He's probably gonna start listening to Ministry, goth music.
And I guess that kind of, I don't know, makes things make sense a little bit in regards to things right now. Of like, I feel like with everything going on right now, I am struggling with trying to understand why people are the way they are. And
okay.
people are like, oh, it's just because they're dumb. Oh, it's because they're like selfish. And it's like, but like, there's more to it than that. Like,
yeah.
People are complicated. And I just, like, that's not a good enough answer for me. Like, I don't know what this need is for me to understand, because I just don't get it. And I guess, like, seeing this character just kind of makes sense. It's just like people just hating themselves and their own lives and wanting to like blame it on other things, because then it's not their fault. It's someone else's fault, even though it is.
Yeah. Me and the chain.
Yeah. You and the chain. So, anyway.
I only have one more note.
Okay, geez.
I don't fear death, which means I only need one woman.
Yeah, so the wife mom, I do not know her name.
Mom.
She then like starts asking people, why do men chase women, and isn't satisfied until she gets the answer, because men fear death, which I don't understand.
Yeah,
Do you get what that is? What that's about? Like, I don't get it.
I guess like they're chasing women for some type of permanence, maybe, but I don't know. I've never had the need to have multiple spouses, and I don't fear death, you know? I'm kidding, I do. It's not that I fear death, it's that I fear leaving you.
Guys, let us know. What the fuck does that mean?
Let us know why men chase women.
What the fuck does that mean?
I just chase the dragon.
So the mom is basically on a date with the asshole dude, and he's like, can I walk you home? And she's like, sure. So then they walk home together, arm in arm, and is it her dad?
No, it's the dad's dad.
So dad's dad walks by, which I guess he's there for comedic relief, and has like 5 dogs. So that's why he's there. He's walking his dogs and just like runs into her, walking arm in arm with this asshole dude.
Yarm and yarm.
And then he's like, ooh, it's cold out here. Like trying to get her to ask him to come inside. And she's like, bitch, I ain't stupid. And I was like, what a fucking dick.
But then they kiss cheeks.
They kiss cheeks, and then she leaves.
And then morning comes after Johnny shows up and saying, hey, I'll be here in the morning because my mom, miracle happened. She is healthy again.
Yeah.
So then morning comes, Cher comes in the door, and then Ronnie comes in the door, and then
they're all eating breakfast.
Yeah. And then, long story short, Johnny says, oh, I can't marry you because once I told my mom that we were getting married, she, I guess...
She got up and started making everyone food. She got
like, better. But was mad about it, maybe? So, like, he can't, or maybe he said, I don't understand why, because if he said, oh, we're getting married...
He said, yeah, because he said if we get married, she'll die.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Maybe it's because she was being spiteful and was like, no, don't get married. who knows? Or maybe he was like, oh, fine, I won't get married. And then she got healthy. I don't know. But he says, oh, I need my ring back, all of that. And then she goes over to Ronnie. And then Ronnie says, I'm going to marry you. Give me that ring, Johnny. And then they get engaged.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was.
But you left out the part where, like, so this whole scene, though, is just, like, very tense because the doorbell keeps ringing and they keep thinking it's Johnny, but it's just, like, another family member.
Mm-hmm.
And then Johnny finally shows up and she's going to tell him.
About her and Ronnie.
Yeah. And then he's like, we can't get married. And then she just gets, like, super pissed and is like, what? You made a promise. And they're like, but this is what you wanted anyway. And she's like, no. Yeah, so it was really funny.
Yeah.
And then the grandpa is crying and he's like, I'm so confused. Yeah. I don't know. I like this movie a lot.
I thought it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Because it's too, like, it's slice of life in the sense that just, this could have been an episode of a TV show.
Yeah. And wife mom is like, tells dad husband, she just says, stop seeing that lady. And he goes, okay.
Because they find out eventually.
Yeah.
Is what he says to Cher when she's like, oh, should I tell him? And he's like, yeah, you tell him. Because he'll find out eventually. Do we rate the movie first or do we go into Madman John Hamm?
I don't know. I don't think it matters. Okay, so is he better than John Hamm or is he a madman? Is it madness or is he a genius? The signs are vital. We've got to know. And we're on our way, searching for the answers. Is he a madman or better than John Hamm?
So I think in this movie, he's borderline both. I think some of his reads are odd.
Yeah.
And just kind of like saying it emotionally, but without emotion, if that makes sense.
It does, actually.
Okay, cool.
Like,
this is my hand.
Yeah, like he thinks that being loud is being emotional, but it's not. It's just being loud.
Yeah. It's very much, it's very apparent now that he doesn't want to do these movies.
Yeah.
Like, he's not putting the same kind of heart he is in this than he is in these other films. Like, I think Boy in Blue he's fantastic in, even though his voice is so weird. You can see him having fun in Peggy Sue.
Yeah, he didn't want to do that movie either.
But he was allowed to have the fun with it and be himself. And Pokey.
I guess.
Pokey is what he is on the inside.
Sure.
So yeah, I would say somewhere in between.
He's teetering towards Madman, but still was good.
Yeah.
In the movie. 'Cause yeah, that scene is so good.
I lost my hand. Is Frank here?
Yeah, he's always here, always watching, waiting.
He's in. I heard him. I think he flopped down right here. Oh,
Nope,
he is.
there he
Okay.
is. He's so cute.
I guess where would you recommend this?
He's a little John Hamm. I would.
If you're into these kinds of movies.
It's cute. I would definitely. I feel like if I was in my if I saw this when I was in high school and I was in my movie collecting phase, I would probably own this movie.
Yeah.
I think it's really cute and fun. Yeah, I really like it. Let me pull up the list.
Joe!
So, but you're saying Boy in Blue is better.
I
for
might,
sure.
yeah, I might say, because I would much rather rewatch that than this.
Yeah, I mean, I think his acting is better for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just a more fun movie.
And like more shit happens in it. You said it's below Boy in Blue. Is it better or worse than Racing with the Moon?
I think I would rather watch Racing with the Moon.
Really?
Yeah. Is Racing with the Moon number 2?
No, it's below Boy in Blue.
Okay. Well, what's number 1?
Number 1 is Peggy Sue.
Okay.
Then Valley Girl.
Valley Girl.
Then Boy in Blue.
Okay.
Then Racing with the Moon.
What's after Racing with
And
the Moon?
then Birdie.
You want to know what?
Rumblefish.
Let's, because this has like even though it's 80s, it has like a 70s feel to it.
Sure.
Because they're in like older homes in New York. You never see like a brand new, except I did say Nic Cage's apartment had some TMNT Secret of the Ooze vibes to it. April O'Neil's apartment in all of the movies. I wish I had. That's how I view New York, is through the lens of Ninja Turtles 1 and 2.
Yeah, no, I had the same kind of thing where I was like, oh man, yeah, living in the city is awesome.
So I would say, what would this be then? Number 4 to take Racing with the Moon's place?
So it's better than Racing
Yeah,
with the Moon?
now that I think of it.
Man, I already forgot like most of the plot of that movie.
They're about to go to war, and
yeah, that's
they
what I
need
remember.
an abortion. They work at a bowling alley.
Oh yeah.
But there's boobies in that.
There's boobies in it.
Booba-looba-loobies.
There's boobies.
No, yeah, let's put this above that. So there you guys go.
But yeah, I'd rather watch this. Like if I had to choose between watching Racing with the Moon and this again, I would choose this. Moonstruck.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's Peggy Sue Got Married, Valley Girl, Boy in Blue, Moonstruck, Racing with the Moon, Birdie, and Rumblefish.
Yeah, I'm waiting for something to beat Rumblefish out.
I mean, I'm waiting for something to beat Peggy Sue out.
I think next
and
week.
It might be Vampire's Kiss, guys. Oh no. Today I asked James, I was like, I feel like that should just be on a separate list.
Nah.
Like that with the other notoriously crazy ones.
I get where you're coming from, but nah. I'm excited for like Ghost Rider. I've never seen those ones.
Oh, you haven't? I've only seen the first one, but I remember it being good.
I think the only Nic Cage movie that I've seen before this might be Gone in 60 Seconds.
What?
Yeah.
You've never seen National Treasure?
Oh, no, I've never. Kick-Ass. Those two.
You never seen Kick-Ass?
Yeah, I've seen Kick-Ass.
You've never seen Astro Boy?
Never seen Astro Boy.
You've never seen The Knowing?
No.
You've never seen The Wicker Man?
No.
You've never seen
none of them.
What?
Yeah, I think it's...
How?
I don't know. Nic Cage was just never on my radar. National Treasure came out in a time when I think wasn't watching movies. I was just making beats and wanting to kill myself.
I have watched that movie so many fucking times.
No, just Gone in 60 Seconds, because that came out, I think, during the time at Movie Gallery when we had the unlimited pass, so I could just go rent it.
Yeah.
And that one I have a story about that blows my mind once we get there.
Okay.
It's just such a weird concept to me about this movie.
All right.
But yeah, guys, thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Our call to action is go to darlinghomebody.com and buy some shit.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Nicole might have Dino Cats, but hopefully she doesn't by this time.
Yeah, you're saying hopefully they're sold out.
Yeah. But that's it.
Dems the hopes.
Because I don't know. Listen to Talking About Beyblade and
listen
the
to
Toka reading
Talking
corner.
About-
Actually, in the coming month or so, for Patreon, TC and I will have a show where we are discussing the movie, or not the movie series, the TV series Angel as a compendium podcast to What the Hell Mouth, because we'll be on season 4 of Buffy, and that's the two
Nice.
coincided.
You're a liar. We watched Mom and Dad together.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I'll look through his movies and see if I've seen any of them. All right, guys, I've been James, I guess.
I've been Nicole, I guess.
And we've been engaged with Nicolas Cage. Bye-bye.
This old woman's gonna run out of air, and you're gonna have a tough time convincing people that it wasn't you. Elijah for enjoying his whiskey.